Something else in the news I think is pretty interesting. Los Mayos and sanctions, right? That's literally happening today. The Treasury comes out and slaps sanctions on Los Mayos, their businesses, and even their Mexican lawmakers are tied to them. Have you heard about this? What's going on with that?
Okay, so here's the thing. The violence in Sinaloa since El Mayo was kidnapped and taken to the States last year, at this time, it's essentially been exactly a year since that's happened. The violence in that state has not come to a stop. It's been constant, and a lot of people now from Sinaloa are actually have started relocating to other areas in Mexico, and particularly to Guadalajara. And now we've seen that CJNG, the Jalisco cartel, has made an alliance with the Chapitos faction of the Sinaloa cartel. I think that these sanctions on Los Mayos, first of all, will only push the money like deeper underground. So we're not gonna see it, but there's going to be more shell companies, foreign assets, and crypto, honestly, because the Sinaloa cartel, both factions, have really strong ties to other transnational organized crime groups who will likely help them, especially if it means protecting their financial pipelines, right? Now, these sanctions, though, do send a message because we're seeing it happen almost on a weekly basis at this point. And I believe that it does instill some fear, particularly when we're talking about the politicians that are being sanctioned, because these were individuals who, for the longest time, were not under this international or American microscope as to how they were conducting their operations or making some nefarious side money, and were primarily protected by the criminal groups, the cartels that they were profiting off of. Now that game has changed. The coin flipped here. They are under this very strong microscope where they're being watched by the United States government. And if they're not able to protect their nefarious dealings, it also puts the criminal organizations further under the microscope, which they obviously do not like. And a lot of these politicians, in the eyes of the cartels, are very disposable. They're on the payroll to do what the cartel says, to ensure that they're not targets of certain operations, to ensure that they can even budget operations into their own operations. Like if there's a bus, right? That's already budgeted into the revenue that they would make. So these people are disposable because if they get in trouble or they leave office or get kicked out of office, someone else will come in and someone else will do the exact same thing. So this is a little bit complicated because the Chapitos and the Mayos have now been at war for exactly a year. It's not a pretty war. It's literally a civil war, what's happening in Sinaloa, and talk to anyone that lives there or is reporting there. And I think this is going to maybe allow the Chapitos to strengthen that stronghold that they had lost for a bit and sort of regained with their alliance with CJNG. I don't know how that's going to look in the long term, truth be told.
I want to thank our partners over at Ammo Squared. They've built what they call America's Ammunition Reserve. Basically, this is an ammo savings account. You can sign up, pick from more than 70 different calibers. You can set an auto-buy budget and either choose a shipping schedule, or you can just let your personal reserve grow. Over time, your ammo stacks up and is stored for free in their climate-controlled facilities in Texas and Idaho until you are ready to ship. There are no minimums, there's no extra fees. It works whether you have a small budget or you just don't want to drop a few grand all at once. Thank you so much, Ammo Squared, for providing this cool service and for supporting the show.
They were ghosts. Who are these guys?
I've never heard this before.
Right behind me, we have armed police. They're ready for sort of riot patrol.
I'm Sean Ryan, and I'm hosting the new Ironclad Original Target Intelligence PSYOP.
We're not framing history correctly. Has the government conducted secret UAP crash retrieval programs, yes or no?
Yes.
It's an ironclad original.
An ironclad original.
Ironclad original.
Ironclad Original.
An ironclad original.
An ironclad original.